Good morning, Friday meditators. Good to be with you. Alan here with our drop-in Friday meditation class. I hope you're well. We're on live streaming. We've had a few problems over the last few weeks with live streaming to do with the internet traffic. Nothing much we can do if we drop out. So apologies if it happens. And it usually happens my end by just seeing a freeze up of the picture. And despite all efforts to restore the session, it doesn't usually work. So we just have to we're in the hands of the NBN and the universe. So what we're going to do, we'll do our normal breathing mindfulness practice, the first half, and then we'll do a healing meditation for the second half, our analytical meditation using some simple visualization. A couple of sentences or words of wisdom from Lama Yeshe just on meditation. This is from his book, When the Chocolate Runs Out. Buddhism teaches you to develop a deep understanding of yourself and other phenomena. Accordingly, actual Buddhist meditation doesn't require you to accompany it with any material objects. The only thing that matters is your mind. That's it. So that's what we're doing in the whole session, working with the mind, taking care of the mind, giving the mind a break from its usual ruminations and conceptualizing and worrying and whatever it does. So we're just giving that a rest, and we're going to use meditation that Alan Wallace uses for his beginning practices. It's all about relaxation. And he often uses the phrase, rest the body, speech and mind in its natural state. And that's what this meditation is, resting body, speech and mind in its natural state. The body by just letting go and being aware of any tension in the body, and breathing it out. The speech, we don't speak, of course, but we're looking at the inner speech, the thoughts, and watching the chatter, and hope, using our breath to calm the chatter, the inner chatter. Give that speech faculty a rest. And the mind, of course, again, we use the breath. Give the mind a very simple task to watch the breath, and the mind will calm on its own. So we'll start with our 9-round breathing practice. That's basically, remember, all we do is breathe in through the right nostril, out through the left, in through the left, out through the right, and in through both, out through both. Either visualizing we're just breathing in through the one nostril and out through the other, or actually using one finger to block the nostril we're not using. So this, even though it's incredibly simple practice, it's said to be very helpful to start a meditation session, to clear obstacles, to bring our attention into the body and into the mind. Okay, let's start. Getting comfortable, finding a place that's comfortable. Could be a chair, the floor, cushion, sitting, lying. Time to bring the attention into our inner world, what's happening in our body, what's happening in our mind. Let's just begin now with the 9-round breathing practice, starting with the right nostril, 3 times in through the right and out through the left. Now 3 times in through the left nostril, out through the right. And then 3 times in through both nostrils, out through both nostrils. And then back to normal breathing. Spending a few moments with our motivation, setting our mind in the right direction, starting with this sense of thankfulness that we can sit together, spend some time taking care of our minds. We're doing our practice for our own sake, for our peace of mind. And by having peace of mind ourselves, this has a beneficial effect on those around us, spreads a sense of peace around us. So we benefit others. Ultimately, our aim is to bring the mind to an ultimate state of peace, of wisdom and compassion, an enlightened mind, so that we can benefit others in the ultimate, best possible way. So now coming into the body, scanning the body, looking for the very fine adjustments we need to make to be balanced evenly on the surface, the floor, the chair. Starting with the upper body and adjusting the shoulders, the spine reasonably straight. The eyes can be closed or just letting some light in, softly focused. The face and the eye muscles soft. Feel where our body touches the earth, the floor of the chair, contact. The gentle pull of gravity into the earth, time to let go, surrender to gravity. Using the out breath to release any tension in the body, breathing it out. bringing full awareness into the body from the tip of the head down to the toes, fully aware of the body. Allowing the body to just settle in stillness. And then feeling the breath in the body, the movement of the body with each breath in and out. Being fully aware of our body, fully aware of the breath in the body. Settling our speech in its natural state, which outwardly is silence, and inwardly is settling our inner conversation, chit-chat. More difficult to inwardly settle the speech. We need to watch carefully. By focusing on the breathing, respiration, our speech will settle. Letting go of the inner thoughts and inner chit-chat and resting on the breath. By resting on the breath, you bring the mind into its natural state. With our mindfulness involves awareness of what the body and mind is doing, and vigilance. Vigilance is checking, being alert for unawareness when we lose our awareness, when we lose our object, our breath, and wander, the wandering mind. That's part of the practice. We lose the object and then we notice we've lost the object. Awareness comes back. Let go of the distraction and back to the breath. Patiently back to the breath each time it wanders. Awareness, vigilance, back to the breath. Whatever we're experiencing, totally aware. Physically aware of the breath, mentally aware of the stillness as the mind settles. Noticing more about the breath, fine movements, qualities within the stillness. Mind is at home on the breath, at home in the stillness. Still vigilant, alert for any more wandering distraction, but becoming quieter, less effort needed. allowing ourselves the luxury of being still, resting there, ever alert, ever still. Thoughts come and go. The mind is still. Staying with the breath as the anchor. To our stillness. Just relax, staying mindful, have a stretch. So as I said, the second practice is an easy healing practice, one of Lama Zopa's healing practices from his book Ultimate Healing, involving very basic, simple visualization. So before introducing the practice, we haven't done it for quite a few weeks. Good one to do with the coronavirus here in healing practice. There's just a few good words here from Lama Yeshe about using visualizations from the same book, When the Chocolate Runs Out. He says, using visualizations can be another powerful form of meditation, but don't imagine visualizations as something new and foreign that you've not experienced before. In reality, you're visualizing all day. The breakfast you eat in the morning is a visualization. In an important way, it's a kind of projection of your own mind. You are visualizing that your breakfast has some kind of independent existence. Similarly, whenever you go shopping and think, this is nice, I don't like that, ignore the doorbell. Similarly, whenever you go shopping and think, this is nice or I don't like that, whatever you're looking at is a projection of your own mind. So when you get up in the morning and see the sun shining and think, oh, it's going to be a lovely day, that's your own mind visualizing. So actually, visualization is quite well understood. Even shopkeepers and advertising agents know the importance of visualization. They create displays or billboards to attract your attention. Buy this. They know that things that you see affect your mind, your visualization. Visualization is not something supernatural, it's scientific. So the challenge is to harness that already well-developed skill and make it into something wholesome and useful. Accordingly, consider the following practices. So he just gives you a few examples. I'll just use one. He says, you can experiment with this. When you wash, imagine you're washing your divine body with blissful energy instead of washing your mundane, suffering body with water. Then dress your divine body with blissful divine robes instead of ordinary clothes. If you start the morning like this, the rest of the day will be much easier. So, interesting. This idea of visualization, that it's our frame of mind, the way we interpret things. So, which we're doing all the time. So using a positive frame is using visualization to enhance the mind and develop our practice. So similarly, in this practice, we use white light. It's called the white light healing meditation. And we visualize that the light is coming from a healing source. So Lama Zopa recommends a stupa. You can see I've got three little stupas at the back. So he says stupa represents the enlightened body, speech and mind of all the Buddhas and the enlightened mind. So it's a very powerful image. So we can see a physical stupa, and then we visualize in our mind for the actual practice. This is because the inner visualized image is much more powerful than the one we look at using the senses. So with all visualization, we focus mainly on the imaginary or the visualized image of the mind. So in the actual practice, there's really two visual practices. One is breathing out all our diseases in the form of black smoke, using the out breath. So we're using the breath to visualize purifying our body. And he points out that we're not just healing physical illness. But just let me find my place. Shall I put the right spot here? Here we go. So we're not just healing physical illness. We're also healing what Lamzo calls spirit harm, non-physical obstacles to our life and to our well-being. And we're also purifying imprints on the mind, our karmic imprints. So the imprints of negative actions we've done in the past. So this could be, these imprints stay in the mind and are the ultimate cause of our disease. The cause of physical disease is mental, is in the mind, and the cause of our difficulties, obstacles is also in the mind. Everything's in the mind. So we're actually purifying the mind in this practice. And by doing that, it's in the mind. So we're actually purifying the mind in this practice. And by doing that, purifying all our physical and mental diseases. Lama Zopa gives the example. He says that all negative imprints are on our mental continuum, and these cause negative thoughts and actions. He says it's like a movie film. Movie film is exposed, our experiences, and the mind is the film. Our experience is the light coming onto the film, and later these are projected onto the screen of our experience. So the karmic imprints on the film experience into our everyday life. So we need to purify our mind of these imprints, he says, which are the cause of not just disease, all our problems in samsara, and the cause of being in samsara, in suffering state where we experience disease. So just as I said, we use a healing source. We start with purifying the body by visualizing breathing out the black smoke. Then we visualize a healing source. Could be our guru, could be one of the stupa in our mind, representing all the enlightened body, speech, positive energy of the universe. And or we could just visualize the image of the Buddha, or just white light. If you want to make it really simple, he says you can just use white light, and coming from all directions with all the universal healing power of the universe. All the white light embodies all the healing power of the universe. So we take that in with each in-breath. So that's it. That's basically it, using visualization to purify ourselves of all diseases and their causes. And then finally, at the end, we imagine that we are this healing source. We've purified our body, speech, and mind, and we are a source of white light, healing power. And we visualize we're now able to breathe that out to all living beings around us, purifying their obstacles and giving them that magnificent healing power, the bliss of having purified our body, speech, and mind, wishing them well, wishing them of happiness, peace, good health. And he says the key to this practice is repetition. So the more you do it, the more we do it repeatedly, the easier it becomes and more powerful it becomes. So we'll start. I'll read the exact words of Lama Zopa's motivation and his dedication. So let's start, get comfortable. Okay, find a comfortable position. Come back to that stillness of the first practice. Quiet mind. Aware, fully enlightened, fully aware mind, fully alert mind. Mind that will become fully enlightened. It has that power. Starting with motivation. The purpose of my life is not just to solve my own problems and find happiness, it's to free all living beings who are suffering from all their problems and bring them to happiness and to enlightenment. This is the meaning of being alive. And to do this, I need to be healthy and have a long life. So this is the reason for doing the white light healing meditation. We begin by focusing on the breath, breathing in and out naturally. And then giving particular attention to the out-breath and the visualization. We are exhaling with each out-breath all our diseases and their causes, all our imprints, negative imprints on the mind, breathing out in the form of black smoke. With each out-breath, we breathe out all the disease, spirit harms, negative thoughts and actions in the form of black smoke, completely expelling them from the body and sending them beyond space, beyond the universe, out where they can do no harm. Just focusing on that, staying with that visualization. With each out-breath, breathing out all our negativities in the form of black smoke, purifying the body and mind. All the negatives, negativities of our mind and body and their imprints expelled in the form of black smoke beyond the universe. With each out breath. Then we change the focus to the in-breath, observing the in-breath and visualizing with each in-breath, taking in healing white light, like sunbeams coming from a healing source, an image of a stupa, an image of the Buddha, our Guru, or just pure white light. Imagine this the ultimate source of healing. Power to heal, power of great compassion and wisdom, like sunbeams shining from the stupa or the healing source, like sunbeams, symbolizing healing power, straight into the heart, completely lighting up the body, dispelling all diseases, spirit harms, negative actions and their imprints. Exploding white healing power into the heart from the healing source with each in-breath. Holding that visualization for a few moments. If you know a mantra like the Medicine Buddha mantra, you could recite that, or the Compassion mantra or Mani Padme Hum option as we visualize the white healing light emanating from the healing source into our hearts with each in-breath. An exhaustible white healing light pouring out from the healing source into our hearts. The whole body filled with white light. Whole body filled with blissful white healing light. Feel your healing light entering the body and mind. Our body now like crystal, radiating white light, fully purified. filled with bliss. Staying with that blissful feeling. The power of the healing light. Enlightened body, speech and mind. We're thinking now the result of this is our lifespan has been increased. How all our diseases, harmful forces have been eliminated. Our compassion has been increased, our wisdom increased. And we can feel that in the form of blissful, healing energy in the body. You're staying with that blissful feeling of inner healing, purified energy. Now we can radiate all that healing energy we've generated, our blissful energy, to other beings or surrounding us in human form. We ourselves are the healing source now. With each out-breath, we're radiating that light into the hearts of all sentient beings, all beings. From the healing source of the heart. Wishing beings happiness. Wishing them to be healthy. Wishing them to have peace and joy. Sharing the healing energy we've created, we have happiness. May you be healthy, and may you live in peace and joy. And then finally we dedicate, done now in this practice, done in the past, we'll do in the future. Quoting Lama Zopa, now to develop the ultimate good heart, bodhicitta, and achieve enlightenment, and leave all sentient beings to the enlightened state. And then reading Lama Zopa's special dedication for dealing with the coronavirus, due to all the merits of the 3 times collected by me, the numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, may all the wars, sickness, famine, torture, poverty, and economic problems in the world, and all dangers of the earth, water, fire, and wind be pacified immediately. May perfect peace and happiness prevail in everyone's hearts and lives. May the Buddha Dharma last for a long time, and may the sentient beings in this world meet the Buddha Dharma and achieve enlightenment as quickly as possible, dedicating to them.